We encounter many fascinating monsters in the world of The Witcher: dragons, shapeshifters, evil witches, giants, scavengers. We can't even know all their species. Some are common on the continent's roads, others are rarer and inhabit only specific places, and some creatures are so unique that they are relicts with tiny populations. We've talked about them in our previous videos, but today's story is about even more specific beasts. We'll go back in time to the ancient legends of the continent. We'll delve into old books with almost unreadable pages, recall the myths of forgotten people, and discover unbelievable creatures, the monsters who may not even exist anymore, and whose stories seem unthinkable. Some of them were ancient lords of the continent, so to say. Others are said to still exist but carefully hide, waiting for their time. All of them are wonderful and breathtaking monsters that we should know more about. So let us talk about them. Let us talk about the most legendary creatures in the world of The Witcher, because the old Witcher is here. As always, we on this channel say thank you to our patrons. Your support gives us additional motivation to develop our channel. Join them too, and we promise to create more quality content of the world of The Witcher in the future. But in any case, get yourself something delicious and brace yourselves. Today, the old Witcher prepared 7 stories about truly legendary monsters of the continent for you guys. Draco Turtle. We will start this video with the monsters of the underwater kingdom. Since it has almost not been explored, we cannot be sure about all its fauna, so legends about unbelievable creatures that sailors claim to have seen in the stormy waves of the sea always appear here and there. Some are much more breathtaking than others, and we may never know where the truth lies. But some of the monsters are surely more than myths, and the incredible Draco Turtle is one of these beings. Draco turtles are huge turtle-like draconids found in bodies of water, otherwise known as turtle dragons to commoners. Witchers call them Chelona drakes, while dwarves simply refer to them as quote-unquote mange-mawed, armor-plated son of a scabby bitch. Yeah, the dwarven name seems the most accurate. Anyway, the Draco Turtle is truly a special creature. People know about it mainly because this monster likes to hunt in the fresh waters of the Ponta River. It is an impressive creature that combines the features of a dragon and a turtle. It has a long, strong neck, a tortoise shell on its back, paws with long claws, and a tail with strong, bony outgrowths. If a scientist from our real world saw the Draco Turtle, they might say its head resembles that of a triceratops, complete with similar bony outgrowths on the forehead. But this will never happen, right? In any world, the Draco Turtle would be impressive. Its body is as long as 5 horses, around 9 meters or 295 feet, and its skin is 8 inches thick. This makes the monster almost unkillable for a common man. Thankfully, the Draco Turtle can only attack people by accident. This monster is not aggressive, and only its, or a human's stupidity, can lead to a dangerous situation. Oxenford monstrologists claim the brain of a Draco Turtle is the size of a peanut. Its small, however, is the size of a wide-open gate. That explains everything about this creature. In any case, the monster has not been seen for a very long time. Only legends and scientific works can prove the Draco Turtle's existence, and maybe the stories about the Witcher Geralt of Rivia. Kraken. Release the Kraken, Geralt of Rivia could say, but our white wolf has never met a kraken, like any other humanoid in the last few centuries. That is because the kraken is an inhabitant of the deep salty waters of the Western Ocean. Even sailors haven't seen the kraken for decades. That's because if a sailor does see a kraken, it will be the last thing he sees. Krakens are gigantic creatures, the size of a few K-Rans that we have seen in the Witcher 2 game, and visually very similar to them. Witchers learn about krakens while studying in the Witcher fortresses, which means that in the old times, previous generations of Witchers fought against these monsters. That may be one of the reasons krakens are so rare, but in any case, the appearance of one kraken was historically documented by chronologists. This monster was responsible for threatening the whole city of Cidaris and destroying its fleet. It seems this monster was colossal in size, with tentacles that stretched for miles. It was defeated only by powerful magic, after a woman named Shah sacrificed her life and jumped into the sea to satisfy the creature's hunger. The Witcher Geralt of Rivia once said that sirens could control the krakens, so maybe these beasts are servants of the underwater people. And maybe this mysterious underwater kingdom is responsible for the destruction of Cidaris and its fleet. Who knows? We know just one thing: it would be better for humanity if the kraken never appeared on the continent again. Dagon. To finish with underwater monsters, we must discuss the last of their legendary representatives. We're talking about the real king, almost a god, the horrifying and powerful Dagon. God for some humans, destroyer of the world for others, or king of the underwater kingdom. We talked about this creature in one of our previous videos. Here we will quote the witch's bestiary. Powers older than humanity slumber in the depths where no sun rays disturb them. Gods and demons sleep in underwater cities, awaiting their time, and it is said that when the hour comes, they will awaken and bring annihilation to the world. One of those creatures, Dagon, rests at the bottom of the lake and is worshipped by Vodunoi and lunatics. Dagon is an embodiment of strength and fury, and when he comes ashore, he becomes destruction incarnate. Forbidden books like the Hymns of Madness and Despair describe the ways to summon him, for he can only be called to a place dedicated to him. Dagon is a truly legendary creature. Maybe he is the only one of his kind, but one day he will bring the army of the depths onto dry land, and powerful kings together with invincible emperors will tremble in fear. Imperial Manticore, one of the world's oldest and deadliest creatures, not a relic of the conjunction of the spheres but a true native inhabitant of the continent. Fast, strong, venomous, and with no weaknesses, the Imperial Manticore. Even ordinary manticores have become very rare creatures on the continent because of human expansion and especially because of witcher activity. The Order of Witchers reduced the population of manticores to near extinction in a very short time, not to mention that Imperial Manticores were already rare creatures even before the appearance of witchers. Now Imperial Manticores have become the stuff of legend. Reports of these beasts now appear once in decades, but tales and myths cannot die so easily. Manticores cannot be confused with anything else. A strange flying creature with a lion's body, bat's wings, and a scorpion's tail. When this beast emerges from its mountain den, rises into the air and flies toward human settlements in search of food, livestock, or even human meat, the whole village hides in their homes because even the bravest warrior will have almost no chance in a fight against a manticore. Scholars at the Oxenford Academy believe that manticores have 3 rows of teeth, though this is not proven. Manticore's claws also never stop growing, so scratching various surfaces helps to keep them short and capable of easily slashing their prey to death. The poison of the manticore is one of the strongest in the world, and as this creature became rarer, its price rose to the sky. Rogues and assassins ranked this poison very highly because even a little cut with a weapon covered with it is enough to poison an enemy to death. Unlike other monsters on this list, the manticore has a good chance of surviving as a species. In the arid eastern lands of the continent, their population could be significant. Even the witch's school in that region was named after the manticore. So who knows, maybe we will meet these unbelievable creatures in future Witcher games or books. Phoenix. If the manticore is the personification of a venomous monster of the continent, then the next monster on this list is the absolute personification of the element of fire. Legendary, wonderful, and almost immortal, the Phoenix, a symbol of revival after death. Phoenixes are so rare in the world of The Witcher that most people think stories about this monster are nothing more than fairy tales. But we know that every fairy tale has some truth in it, and when a phoenix flies into a town and burns it to ashes, the settlers will regret that they didn't believe the old legends. The phoenix is one of the most unbelievable monsters on the continent. It's a large, beautiful bird with some dragon-like features. Its body is covered in eternal fire, and a small embryo lives inside the phoenix's stomach at all times. So when a phoenix dies, it leaves behind a pile of ashes, and in these ashes, this little embryo survives, grows, and hatches from an egg. In the end, this little creature rises to the size of the previous dead phoenix, with another embryo inside it. That is how the phoenix remains almost immortal. It lives its life cycle over and over again, at least until someone kills the embryo right after killing the grown-up phoenix. A truly unbelievable creature. The phoenix is so rare that even some witchers did not believe in its existence. But we have at least 2 confirmed cases of a phoenix's appearance. The first one was a few hundred years before our current timeline. The legendary witcher Geralt of Rivia saved the village from the phoenix's wrath. The second one involved the witcher Geralt of Rivia. In this case, Geralt saved the phoenix from greedy and evil people. Well, just another achievement in the long list of Geralt's attainments. Golden Dragon. Dragons may be the most attractive monsters in the world of The Witcher, or even in any other world you know. Glorious, majestic, exalted flying lizards that breathe fire, smart, powerful, colossal, ideal material for admiration. But among them exist even more special beings. Their scales are purely golden, as are their eyes. Their minds are full of deep thoughts. Their power of shape-shifting is unbelievable. Their magical abilities are breathtaking. These are the rare and unique golden dragons in the flesh. While scholars and witchers debate whether they constitute a distinct race or are merely rare sterile mutations of more common dragon variants, they are in fact a true dragon species. However, they are extremely rare, with only a few known representatives of the species worldwide. That is why it is so important to protect their population. Even Witcher Geralt of Rivia knows that and prefers not to fight such an iconic creature that almost no one in the world believes exists. Legends attribute several miraculous abilities to golden dragons, most notably their magical powers and their ability to shapeshift into any living being. They can belch destructive fire and scalding steam, with the largest specimens reaching up to 20 meters in length. These legends will never be forgotten, even when all who have ever seen a golden dragon are dead. Stories about such a beautiful creature will live on, and stories written by the bard Dandelion about the Witcher Geralt and the golden dragon villain Tredenmerv will be among them. Unseen Elder. Last, but certainly not least, is a nearly godlike creature, the overlord of all vampires, perhaps the most overpowered being on the continent, the true king, the Unseen Elder. It is hard to even imagine how powerful this monster is. The higher vampires, who are stronger than any human, who can regenerate from almost any wounds, who can transform into big bats, who are faster than the human eye, they are just toys in the Unseen Elder's hands. The Witcher Geralt of Rivia, who defeated so many monsters, even godlike beings like Geralt of Rivia, could not stand even a second against the Unseen Elder. Faster than sound, stronger than thousands of men, immortal and inevitable, more inevitable than Thanos, by the way. We could not finish this list with any other creature, because Geralt of Rivia, who is a contender for this spot, tries to erase every piece of information about himself in the world of The Witcher, so he's not truly legendary. On the other hand, the Unseen Elder does not even think about that. He just doesn't care about such little things. Mysterious human orders are still creating altars throughout all of Tucson and are still praying to their chosen god, the Unseen Elder. The cult is active and the legends are true. The Unseen Elder exists, and it is a great fortune for all of humanity that he is absolutely not interested in the human world. Otherwise, he could conquer all the kingdoms and empires by himself. And we on this channel want to conquer only your likes and subscriptions. Do write in the comments which monsters should be added to this list and which should be excluded from it. What kind of monsters should we talk about in our next video? Maybe the strongest monsters that appear only in the books? Or the most disgusting creatures of the continent? It will be interesting to read your comments about what kind of video you guys prefer. In any case, thanks to everyone who watched this video till the end, and see you soon when the old Witcher speaks once more.